What if there's something you can use endlessly and it never runs out? Not money, not connections, not willpower. It's the Tao. And Chapter 4 is all about exactly that. Tao can be infused into the nature of things and put to use without ever being exhausted. It is so deep and subtle, like an abyss that is the origin of all things. It is complete and perfect as a wholeness that can round off sharp edges, resolve confusion, harmonize with the glory, act in unity with the lowliness. Tao is so profound and yet invisible. It exists everywhere and anywhere. I do not know whose son it is. It existed before heaven and earth. Chapter 4, Tao Te Ching. Lao Tzu speaks of something paradoxical. There is a force that cannot be exhausted. The more you use it, the fuller it becomes. Imagine a mountain spring. You drink from it. It doesn't shrink. You bring friends. It keeps flowing. You build a house beside it. It still pushes up through the earth. That's the Tao. But Lao Tzu goes further. He says this isn't just an infinite resource. The Tao is something that rounds off sharp edges, dissolves conflict, friction, tension, resolves confusion, brings clarity where there is chaos, harmonizes with the glory, quiets ego, arrogance, performance, acts in unity with the lowliness, doesn't look down on the simple, the ordinary, the invisible. This isn't a description of some abstract force. It's a description of a mature person, someone who doesn't cut with sharp judgments, doesn't get lost in complexity, doesn't shout about their achievements, and can be present with anyone, not just the right people. And one more thing, Tao existed before heaven and earth. Lao Tzu says, I don't know who gave birth to it. That's not a religious claim, it's honesty. An acknowledgement that there is something greater than any system of explanation. How to apply this in life? In relationships, if you feel the sharp edges in a conversation cutting harder and harder, that's a signal. You're holding too tight to being right. The Tao approach. Don't win the argument, dissolve it. Ask yourself, what matters more, being right or keeping the connection? In work, we often burn ourselves out because we draw from a finite source. Willpower, fear, vanity. Try a different question. What do I do when it feels truly mine? When work comes from your nature, it doesn't drain you. It fills you. In business, harmonizing with the glory is about brand and communication. People are tired of companies that shout about their greatness. Those who speak quietly but act decisively win. Real strength doesn't need to be demonstrated. In personal growth, the Tao acts in unity with the lowliness, meaning it doesn't dismiss the simple. The most powerful insights often come not at conferences, but on a walk. Don't ignore the insignificant. That's often where the real substance hides. Chapter 4 is an invitation to find in yourself a source that doesn't end, not a resource to guard and ration, but a nature from which you can act endlessly, because it is you in your most genuine form. The Tao doesn't need to be defended, promoted, or explained. It simply is. And the quieter you become, the more clearly you hear it. If something in this resonated today, hit like. It's a simple way to say, yes, I felt that. And subscribe. There are 77 more chapters of wisdom worth knowing ahead. See you next time.